Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to work on this piece where I started using the blanket stitch and the straight stitch. And I wanted to take you along as I finish this little piece. I'm really loving it. As I add more and more to it, I'm getting more and more in love with it. I just like the simplicity of it. I like the different stitches here. So let's continue and I can finish it off so we can move on to another stitch that I really like. Now you can see here I've put in a lot of extra stems here at the bottom just to generate a little bit more interest, and I've used a new thread which is this crochet thread in this lovely sagey green color. It's really nice, and I just found that yesterday because I had a day off yesterday, and I actually, well, my day off was actually cleaning. So I did a bit of general house cleaning yesterday, or a few hours actually, and then I did another box or two in my sewing room, and I must admit I found another box of threads. It's almost embarrassing how many embroidery threads I own. I obviously was collecting them with the hope of one day actually doing something, and I'm glad I did because now I have them and I can create. I have so many supplies. I'm very blessed. So it was nice to find them. I did find some different kinds of threads that I haven't used before. I actually found some DMC rayon threads. In fact, I'll just pause for a second and I will show you these threads. Sorry, I should have had them out. I found these threads, which is a thicker DMC cotton thread. It's a pearl. Then I showed you this thread the other day. This is also, I think, a DMC thread. It's a very soft thread. I found some string. Don't know if I'm going to be able to use it in this project. And I also found these threads. Now, I'm not sure. I think they're made in Denmark, but the colours are really nice and they're very fine. And I have a nice little bundle of those. And then I found this bundle of sparkly DMC rayon threads. They are amazing. I don't know what I'm going to use those for, but A, I found some new threads. B, I did a whole bunch of cleaning and I was very happy about that, although I do think I inhaled a lot of dust and things. I should start wearing a dust mask, but anyway, it's all done now, so it's really good. So today I'm just going to finish off this little piece because I'm really excited to move on. I want to make a cloth book and I want to use all of these stitches I've been doing, these simple stitches, in this new project. And in this cloth book I have been procrastinating a little bit about this cloth book, but it's because I've had other things to do and I just needed to think about it for a little while. I noticed in some of the comments people were saying, someone said, how do you get started? I find it difficult to get started. I also find it difficult to get started some days, but I've worked out a little bit of a system that works for me. So what I do these days is I go through and I sort some fabrics. So as I was cleaning yesterday, I was sorting threads, but I do the same I sort fabrics. So I'll put together a colour combination that I like. And then from there, I will think about what style I want to do. So if I want to do, like, this is what I classify as very naive floral embroidery. So do I want a vintage style, like when I do my slow stitch vintage pieces? Do I want a modern style? Do I want, I don't know, something that mimics the colours of nature? Now, if you can't think of a style you want, maybe there's a colour that you want to actually just do something in that colour. For example, you might want to do, my little cloth book is going to be nature, so I'm going to do natural colours. So I'm going to have flowers, and I'm going to do some little landscapes. So I've decided on more of a theme to work around. So think about these things before you start. Sometimes it's, well, I try to. Sometimes I just create, but most times I do have a little think about what I want to do. But I do a lot of experimenting. Not all my ideas are going to work, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just creating and enjoying the process, maybe learning something along the way. This little piece here has just sparked such joy in me. I don't really know why. But the other thing too, when you're starting, don't start on a massive, I wouldn't start on a massive project. Massive projects can be overwhelming. Start on something small like this, or even smaller. If you don't, this is, I think, 13 centimetres by 15 centimetres. If you don't want to do something that's even that big, start on a smaller piece. Start on a little piece this big. Maybe just do one of these circles. And once you've completed it, put it in a little box and maybe do another circle, or do one of these circles, or do this stem stitch circle, or just do a whole bunch of straight lines using these stitches and put them away in a little box. And then when you've got enough of them, you might be able to make a little tiled piece where you put them all together and then sew them down with another stitch. So give yourself lots of options, but start with little projects that are manageable. I like little projects that are manageable. This is really manageable, and I can make this grow and grow and grow. I mean, I can just continue stitching on this endlessly, but it depends on how dense I want it to be. Have a purpose in mind. Sometimes that helps. Maybe you want to make yourself a little wall hanging. Maybe you want to just make 2 or 3 of these little flowers and use them on the front of a card that you're going to give to a friend. And sometimes just doing it for the relaxation is enough. So when you're thinking about, oh, I can't get started, just sit and do a few stitches, get lost in the stitches, and you might find that in no time at all, you've created a little piece, and it wasn't really that difficult, and it was very, very relaxing, and that would be wonderful. I often sit late of night and stitch because it's quiet, and I really like that. I like it to be quiet when I stitch. So that's just me. That's something I like to do. I don't tend to watch a lot of television, so in fact I watch very little television. But you know, if you want to just do something, make a start. I'd suggest starting on a small piece. When you're using this blanket stitch, for example, you might have some little scraps of fabric, and you might just want to cut out a little circle of your fabric and just use blanket stitch to sew it onto a backing fabric. And there you might start with an idea, and then you might embellish that and turn it into a flower. So I'll be showing you some of these additional things as I go along, but I'm just thinking out aloud here today and chatting because I just saw this comment and I thought, well, how do I actually get started? And that's often what I do, that process where I sort some fabrics, and I maybe do a little drawing as well of something I think I might want to make. These things, of course, will change when it comes to actually putting them into practice, but I have to start somewhere. And I don't think about what's right and what's wrong. I don't think about how it should be done. I just think about creating. I think about doing something that I find relaxing and enjoyable. And that's basically what I think about. All the technical stuff of how it looks and that, you'll get that as time goes over. You know, I've achieved that, and now I like things to be really neat and tidy. So my kind of learning journey at the moment is not to be so neat and tidy, not to be so precise, to have a little bit more movement and freedom in my work. And that in itself takes practice. And often I forget. And I mean, this may be naive stitching, but it's all very, very organized and very staid, in my opinion. So even so, I'm trying to be a little bit freer, but it takes time. I just want to sit and do something that I enjoy. I don't want to have to think about it too much. I don't want to have to, you know, be worried about, you know, is that stitch perfect? Is that length perfect? Is this perfect? It's my piece of work. It's going to look exactly how I created it. The stumbles, the messes, the mistakes. And you know what? They're not really mistakes. It's just how you've created something. And you can always learn from what you've created. I learn a lot from these little pieces that I make. I also learn about composition. Now that little leaf I haven't finished, so let me remember to do that while I'm chatting to you. And that's good to learn something from the little pieces. Okay, so we're nearly finished here. So you can see how this little piece has grown, and I'm just going to show you. It's going to form the front of my new little cloth journal because I really, really like it. And again, that's going to be a process in itself because I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that. I don't know if I've got it. I want to go over there and finish that little bit there. I might do it on that other. I'm going to waste a whole lot of thread here, people, because I don't want to actually rethread another needle. But I just do want to have a little stitch there. So this is going to be the last little stem here. So I'm excited to start on my new little cloth book. I probably will have a few things going at once, I think, because I've got a bunch of ideas at the moment. And I'm very impatient to try them all out. And I can't do them all at once, so there'll probably be a variety of little videos in the next few weeks. See how I go. I've got a few things coming up that may interrupt my filming schedule, so I'll just let you know in advance. But hopefully I'll be back on track soon. So I've got the very large needle here. This is actually a needle for crewel, I think, but it's got the largest eye on it. When I was using some of the thicker fabrics, thicker threads, I should say, I just really needed to have it a little bit larger because I seem to struggle with having to thread a needle. So that's the little piece done. As I said, I really love this little piece. I really, really do love it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little cloth book. I'm going to make it 26 centimetres, which is about 10¼ inches by 17 centimetres, which I think is 6 3/4 inches, but you might want to check those measurements. I've cut this out, and I'm going to do, this is the cover. So I'm going to place that on there, and I'll do that. I won't do that today because the video is going to get quite long. And I haven't done the stitch that I wanted to place that with. I don't know if I'll do a blanket stitch. So give me some feedback. Do you think I should do a blanket stitch to attach that? Or in a future video, I was thinking of just going over some running stitch, if I just do a running stitch border around there. So let me know what you think, everyone. Give me some feedback on which stitch you think it'd be nice to attach this with. I will probably use some heat and bond to attach it to the cover. I know this looks really thick, but I will be having a number of pages that will be then attached to the back of this. So there'll end up being this fabric, that fabric. There'll probably be another layer of fabric and then another layer of fabric. So each page is going to be quite a few pages. And I want it to be thicknesses, I should say, and I want it to be quite soft. This fabric is a recycled shirt, and it's actually a linen cotton shirt. So that's what I'll be using as some of the base, plus a few other fabrics that I've got that will be part of the book. So thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed this first finished piece using the blanket stitch and the stem stitch. That's all I've used in this piece. And I think it's turned out to be very effective. You could, of course, have used a completely different colour palette, but this is the one that I chose and I'm really happy with it. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like and subscribe button, share it about and hype if you did. It really is great for my channel, gets it out there to more people. And leave me a comment below. I'd love to know what you think about this small piece. Bye for now, everyone.